They had a sort of mini breaking up when Tom DeLonge basically felt, I would say, from and obviously an outsider's point of view, felt a little too cool for school, a little too artsy fartsy, and they also were fighting, and like all bands do.
Mm-hmm.
But he sort of was like, I'm out of here. He started was it Angels versus Airwaves or Angels?
I think it's Angels. I want to say it's Angels and Airwaves, but Angels versus that sounds good too. Welcome to the podcast where we do all kinds of research.
One of those. It's either Angels versus Airwaves or Angels and Airwaves. And it was this sort of like, I don't know, maybe prog rock, very very into aliens, which we'll talk about on this episode from this album. But he made a lot of music like that and kind of got a little self-important in interviews and was like, I don't want to do the dumb, juvenile Blink stuff anymore. Like, I'm a serious artist. Take me seriously. Mark and Travis continued the band, yes, with Matt Skiba from Alkaline Trio, proud Chicagoan. We love that. Yep. And then two major life things happened that sort of brought the band back together. Travis lived. He was the only survivor. You can look it up on YouTube. It's pretty traumatic. I think they were in Buffalo, New York or something. They took off and kind of crashed shortly after takeoff. Yeah. He didn't fly for years. I've heard that he is now flying a little bit here and there. But he, it was a massively traumatic thing for him to go through. And then obviously Tom and Mark, as his friends, went through it as much as they could with him. And then more recently, in the last, I'd say probably 2 years, Mark Hoppus had cancer, which was, I think it was like stage 4. It was pretty serious cancer. He is okay now from what they tell us. But all of those things, I think, kind of made the guys sort of go, hey, we are massively important to each other in each other's lives in that formative time when we conquered the world with pop punk music, Right. And so let's bury any, grievances and come back together.